how we doing? We made it to spring. It's no longer dark at 5 o'clock. What up, Search fam? Sade here. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Sade. I'm out here curating and co-creating a cool ass life with my chopper hat on. And today we talk about books that I want to read because spring has sprung. So we're going to see if I do this. Now, whether this is your first time on my little corner of the internet or you keep coming back and you have not joined my internet family, por qué no? Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you're made aware of every time I post a new video, which is on the weekends, usually on Saturday. Hey, y'all, how we doing? We made it to spring. It's no longer dark at 5 o'clock. Praise for me and my seasonal depression, honey, because I don't know. We weren't going to make it, baby. So like I said, I want to share with you all my TBR for the spring. But as usual, we know that I cannot be held accountable to actually read all of these things, but I'm going to try. I really am. All right. So per usual, you know how it goes. I got my laptop because, sometimes the iPad don't be giving what I needed to give as far as migrating my notes. All right, so most of the books that I want to read, I have hard copies of. I do have some that are audiobooks that I am planning to read, but for the most part, remember I told y'all that I was trying to read the books I got at home. We know that I did a little bit of haul last video. I can't even tell you that I ain't bought no books since then. It's an issue, but I also am unhauling books. So I got me a little stack going of books that I'm going to likely unhaul for my bookshelves because we got to be more mindful in the year of our Lord Black Jesus 2025. So that's what we're attempting to do. But without further ado, let's get into these books, honey. You all know that I'm doing Sisterhood of the Traveling Books with the book homies. And so I just got my third read, which is Poison Heart. And this is my friend Jackie's pick. And so she's already done her tabbies. And so I am up. The kid is up to read this one. And this is a dark romance where I think it was arranged forced marriage, but the male main character is looking for this master poisoner and he don't know he married to her. And then he says some really out of pocket things. This is just me going off of what Jackie told me about the book. And she then spends most of the book trying to poison him. So it's probably really unhinged. I'm actually excited about it. I'm also excited about seeing Jackie's tabs because, you do your little key and her keys are, I support her wrongs. He had it coming and God is a woman. So I am incredibly excited to do my third read and I got to figure out what my own key is going to be. I don't know. I think I might start the book and then I'll figure out what tabs I need to be doing. Next, I don't know if y'all have heard me talk about this series, but I read the first book in this series called That Self-Same Metal, and I absolutely loved it. So I was super excited when the sequel dropped, which is Seducing Gold. And this is the Forge and Fracture saga. So I don't know how many books there are going to be, but I love that it's YA, it's fantasy, it weaves in African mythology, particularly the Risha, as well as it's set in Shakespearean England. And our main girl is bisexual and she is a swordsmith. I'm super excited. I don't even remember what the premise of the second book is. So I'm going to read it to y'all. Magically gifted metalworker Joan Sands may have stopped the vicious fairy Oberon from wreaking havoc on the mortal world, but for the peace of between mortals and the Fae is not yet secure. In order to avoid all-out war, Joan must reforge the pact between humanity and the Fae. But with her mentor imprisoned in the infamous Tower of London, she's not sure how to begin. To make her mission even more difficult, the Fae Queen Titania, disguised as the human Queen Anne, compels Joan to join the royal court as one of her personal ladies-in-waiting. Joan is used to the sometimes bawdy but always direct company of Master Shakespeare. In court, she's beset by intrigue and whispers, some that cut deep. And in the rarefied world of the nobles, she can't use her sword to fight back. Joan will have to survive deadly machinations of the court and the netherworld, both mortal and magical, all while balancing the magnetic pull of her two loves, half-fae Rose and theater apprentice Nick. Her family's lives and the lives of the theater company she loves so well hang in the balance. The world as she knows it will never be the same. I can't wait. And I love that it weaves in particularly characters from Midsummer Night's Dream as actual like major players within the book. Y'all, yes, I can't wait. It's going to be a great time. Next, I heard about this book. I don't even remember where I got the recommendation for this book, but it sounded so lovely. And it's called The House of Frank. And I've started The House of Frank. And it is written by a Black woman author. And it's about, like the sort of blurb says, a warm and hopeful story of a lonely witch consumed by grief who discovers a whimsical cast of characters in a magical arboretum. So Saika, her sister dies, and her sister makes her a promise to go and like bury her, I believe, at Ash Gardens. And so it's been a year and she hasn't done it because, grief. And so she finally gets there, and the house owner, Frank, who's like a minotaur or something, welcomes her in, and like they hold like ceremonies for people who are burying their loved ones and grieving and all that. And so far, I can't wait to sit with this one because it just seems like it's going to be a really beautiful fantasy story about grief and found family and all that. So I started it. So my hope is to get it done in the next like couple of weeks because she a library book. Next, and I've talked to y'all about this before, is Love on the Korlyn Moon, which if you watched my haul, I talked about. So I'm excited to read this one in the spring. Petra Palermo. It is alien romance. There might be tentacles involved. So if you pick that one up, read the trigger warnings. Same thing with this Poison Heart. Read the trigger warnings because these be saucy, baby. Also from my my haul, Kills Well with Others. I'm going to read this in April for my birthday. This is going to be one of my birthday books because I am super excited about Golden Girls meets Assassins and what they get into next and the intrigue. It was just so good. So like I'm very excited about this. It's going to happen this spring. The time has come for me to read Babel finally. This is probably going to be a May book once I finish with the semester and I have a little more bandwidth. And I am looking forward to R.F. Kuang's release of Calabasas. So I need to go on and get my R.F. Kuang taste buds formulated. So if you don't know about Babel is a period fantasy that's dark academia set in London, and it's about sort of it deals a lot with like class and colonialism, all the things. Look up R.F. Kuang. We gonna talk about Babel when I read her. I might immersive read it and like also do part of it on audiobook. We'll see what happens. Again, I can't be trusted with my decisions when it comes to the way I mood read. Also, Oathbound just came out, and I'm waiting for my copy of Oathbound because I got a special edition copy from Satisfaction. So she's not on the way yet. But in the meantime, I still need to read Bloodmarked. And I do want to also reread Legendborn. We'll see what happens. But I'm definitely going to finally read Bloodmarked. I think I might be in the mental headspace to finally pick this one up. It continues the story based on Arthurian legend of Bree. She done blown up everybody's world, baby. And now we got to see what's going to happen next. And I've heard it is very good. I'm excited, but I just have not been in the headspace to pick that particular series up yet. As far as digital books, I'm going to read Jessica Cage's second book in her, like, the sequel to I Accidentally Summoned a Demon Boyfriend, which is the time I accidentally hooked up with a vampire. So I'm excited to read that. One of my friends just started reading. She said it's hysterical. So I'm going to pick her up and I'm going to read her because we love a laugh. I actually got her in my Kindle right now. So I'm going to pick her up at some point. Also, audiobook, I'm going to read The Shadows of Perl. It just came up on my Libby. She will be back in my possession on April 1st because I wasn't quite ready for her yet. And I'm excited because this is the sequel to The House of Marion, and we get to find out what Kel does with her newfound power and her fuck the establishment attitude when it comes to the world she's been in with debutantes and all of this stuff. She said, baby, y'all are trying to cut off this dark magic, but y'all got some things going on. And I am the dark magic, baby. I'm the captain now. And I am excited for that. I'm ready to see what she does. And the plot twist at the end of House of Marion had me go, girl, give me the second book right now. Because what do you mean? The brother? So I'm really excited for that one to come back up on my Libby. One is The Living Sea of Waking Dreams by Richard Flanagan. And I got this one on a recommendation from a scholar that was visiting my campus and gave a lecture. And he was wonderful. And so he's like giving us all these book recommendations. And this was one of them. They had it on audiobook. I said, put it in a Libby and we're going to read it. And so I'm going to read you the summary because I don't remember what it's about. Anna's aged mother is dying, condemned by her children's pity to living. Subjected to increasingly desperate medical intervention, she turns her focus to her hospital window through which she escapes into visions of horror and delight. When Anna's finger vanishes and a few months later her knee disappears, Anna too feels the pull of the window. She begins to see that all around her others are similarly vanishing, yet no one else notices. All Anna can do is keep her mother alive. But the window keeps opening wider, taking Anna and the reader even deeper into an eerie, beautiful story of grief and possibility of loss and love and orange-bellied parrots. So it's written by an Australian author. So that'll be cool because I have not read many Australian authors. So I'm excited to pick that one up when she land back on my Libby too. I also, as far as academic-y books, but not quite, because I want to pick up Octavia Butler's Xenogenesis series because I think, I've been wanting to start it, but I have not. So the first book is Dawn. And this is her sort of alien series about like what happens when aliens attempt to save humans by, I won't say mating, but like genetic alterations to them that makes them a little bit more like the alien race to save humans, and then it has to be repopulated by a Black woman. I'm excited. It's Octavia Butler. We already know what's going on over here. I'm excitement. One of the academic books that I've been wanting to read is They Were Her Property, which is a book about white women as slave owners, because the sort of narratives behind enslavement and master slaves relationships always sort of center men, but white women were not just complicit, but they were active in the United States slaveocracy. So I'm excited to read about that. Lastly, the other book, I've been carrying it around with me, that I would like to read is Wayward Lives, Beautiful Experiments, Intimate Histories of Social Upheaval by Sadiya Hartman. And I want to read this one because it's about women especially Black women, I think probably in the 19th century, who just defied the systems and things like that. So I'm super excited to pick this up. And it's set in, these are the stories that Sadiya Hartman lifts up are of women in Philadelphia and in New York. And sort of the other part of the subtitle is like the intimate histories of riotous Black girls, troublesome women, and queer radicals. That's right up my alley, friends. So I already took it off my bookshelf from the office and brought it home. When I'm gonna get to it, we already know how this goes. It's probably gonna happen April, late April, early May. Maybe before that. We'll see. At the end of the day, we know that the move reader gonna move read. But what y'all reading this spring? Do you have themes you do for the springtime, or are there books that you are anticipating dropping? Let me know in the downstairs area. Y'all know what the downstairs area is, the description box and the comment section. So get down in there and let me know what's going on. As always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend about the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.